How can workers in the Great Resignation? So we have some advice. How can we harness leverage long term? All right, because of what's happening out there. And this is an awesome article. Michael Arria usually publishes for Mondo Weiss, and you'll see that in his bio down at the bottom. Big fan of his, of Mondo Weiss, as well as Truthout, some of the top uncorrupted organizations and publications out there putting out original reporting and investigative reporting. So, again, public resignations going viral. Of course, we know about what's called the Great Resignation that's been happening out there, where I believe it's, 4.3 million people ditched their jobs in August, 4.4 million in September, 4.2 million in October. And it's not just the, laying off of people, but these are people that realize that they don't want to continue working a crappy job. Again, economists have dubbed it the Great Resignation. And I believe it was like 10% of the entire workforce changed jobs since the pandemic had started.
Interesting.
Which is a wild number. Wages will increase 3.9% in 2022. Predicted the biggest jump since 2008, which is great because, of course, costs of everything have gone up. Wages for new hires and workers will grow faster than average because now companies are having to pay more for the people that are out on the market. That's one of the great things that's honestly happening from the Great Resignation. So, right now, workers are in a better position to demand higher wages than they have been in a while. There's tightness in the labor market. Okay, they say nobody wants to work, nobody wants to work. No, nobody wants to work for your crappy wages and for your crappy benefits and for your crappy treatment. So, you can make yourself scarce. We have that potential leverage, but if we don't organize it, it's all going to be lost. So if we don't get living wage laws passed or minimum wage drastically increased and don't get a strong labor movement again, it's just going to be lost. Again, that's Jerry Carbo, Professor of Labor Relations at Shippensburg University. Protecting the Right to Organize Act, the PRO Act, as an important step to pro-worker policy. I've heard mixed reviews of that. Members of Our Revolution, CWA, and Worker Power Coalition are in a nationwide holiday tour to drum up support for it. They're not exactly my favorite organizations at the moment, but they also do lobby for workers, and they care more about workers than Kirsten Sinema for sure. Carbo's organization, National Workplace Bullying Coalition, trying to push the Dignity at Work Act. Right. So, momentum for pro-worker bills isn't only being generated by record turnover rates, but by an increasing number of high-profile strikes and work stoppages. Gosh, where would we have heard anything about that?
Yeah.
So,
Striketober.
So again, the leverage is out there, but we need to organize. If we lose this moment, I'm not sure we're going to see another one again. But we're starting to, we're seeing it already to a point. It didn't, again, I thought that the Kellogg's thing was not necessarily a win. The 2-tier wage thing was still kept in place. The long hours and the long shifts were still kept in place.
Right.
There were a lot of things that were
barely throwing you a bone and you cave.
Right. Basically, they agreed to hire the striking workers back. That was the concession that was made.
Right.
And to, I believe, not cut the benefits of the people from while they were striking, which is nice, but minimal.
Well, you better get hip to indie left, indie left, indie left.news.